Hi, and welcome to the Delaware Tech Library's tutorial on searching EBSCOhost. If you're not familiar with EBSCOhost, it is a platform that contains a number of databases across disciplines to help assist you with your academic research. In order to get to EBSCO, you're going to start at your student portal and come over to your Student Success Toolbox. Then you'll scroll down to Library, expand that, and come down to EBSCOhost. This will open EBSCO in a new tab, and it will bring you to the search page. So if you wanted to just start searching right from this page, you could type in what you're searching for. I'm going to look for executive function skills, and do your search right there. When you do this, it's searching all 19 of the library's databases. So let's go back to the beginning. Let's look at those 19 databases. So EBSCO itself is not a database, it's a platform that houses databases. In here we have two databases that are interdisciplinary. Academic Search Complete and Master File Premier will search across subjects. Allied Health are in the next three. If you're looking for education resources, they are the next two. And then we have three business databases. We also have a database of regional newspapers, one of ebooks, two related to environmental issues. We have another ebook subscription, open access textbooks, as well as business-related ebooks. So you could uncheck them all and then just select the ones that you were interested in. For the purposes of this, I'm going to search all of ours. So aside from that basic search, you can also choose to do an advanced search. One of the things in the advanced search is over here where it says all fields. If you drop that down, it would give you an opportunity to search by certain fields. So if you knew that you were looking for articles by a particular author, if you found something online and you couldn't find the full text online and wanted to check the databases, you have the title of the article, you can use the title search, you can search by subject terms, the source where it comes from. You can also search that you want certain words in the abstract. For this example, I'm going to stick with just searching all fields. An advanced search gives you a chance to expand your thinking about your topic. So going back to that executive function, and you'll notice that it expands and it helps give me suggestions. So I also want to look for college students, and you'll see it's also going to give me an option of things like university students or undergraduates. That works. And I'm going to search. And that's another way I can find resources. The third way to search, I'm going to select New Search up at the top here. And I'm going to come over to AI Assisted Search over here on the right and toggle this on. AI Assisted Search is EBSCO's what they used to call natural language search, and this allows you to treat the databases more like Google. And you can search by a phrase or a question. So I could say the importance of executive function skills for college students. So that's the third way that you can search in EBSCO. So when you have the results from your search, if you look over on the left, you'll see there are a number of filters that you can use to narrow down your results even further. The first and usually most helpful one is full text. Not every article in a database is available for the full text. Sometimes it only gives you an abstract or a paragraph telling you what the article is about. So if you click on full text, then you know you will only get full text articles. You can also click on peer reviewed. That will give you articles only from scholarly journals. And then you have a number of other ways to limit your results. So you can limit by publication date. I'm going to go for the past 5 years. You can retroactively decide you only want to search certain databases. You can say you only want to search certain source types. If you come down, you'll also see if you wanted to search by a particular publication, you could do that. You could search by language if you wanted things that were only in a particular language. A lot of times in some of the sciences, you'll find articles from other countries that are in different languages. Maybe you want something that focuses on a specific gender, specific age group. You also have the geography, so you could focus on research that takes place in a certain country. So I'm just going to go with my few filters, and you'll see that brought down my total number of results. So now that you've searched and you've filtered, let's look at what a result looks like. So if I look and I think this title looks interesting, I'm going to click on the title and it will give me the information page for the article. So here I can see the article title, the journal that it comes from, the publication date. I can see which database it came from, as well as the authors. I have my access options and a download button. If I scroll down a little bit further, I can see the subjects that are related to this. I can also find that one paragraph abstract to read over and see if this article is as good as the title seems. One of the other interesting things, you can also do a cited by. So if you click on this, you'll see any other article that used this article as one of its references. So I'm going to come back to my details page, and yes, this looks good. So you have an option for PDF or online full text. They are the same. They just present it in a slightly different way. I prefer PDF, so I'm going to start there. And here is the article in all of its full text glory. So once you have the article, you have some options. You can choose the share button and either send it to your Google Drive or your OneDrive. You can also create a link. The link that's up here, the way databases work, that will not get you back to this article. If you want to be able to get back to this article with a link, you need to come down to create a link and use this one. And you can see even just from a quick glance that it's much more detailed than this one is. You can also email the article to yourself, to your instructor, to a research partner. You're going to just type in the email and it will come as an attachment. Here's another option to download, so if you wanted to save it locally. If you are someone who benefits from being able to listen to something while you read it, EBSCO also gives you the option of text-to-speech. So it is a computer-generated voice, so it may misinterpret some things, it may mispronounce some things, but you can listen to it. You can choose what speed you want it to play back at, and you can also download it if you want it to be able to listen to it later. You also have the option to save the item or to add it to a project. In order to use either of those options, you need to have an EBSCO account. We have a separate video on how to do that, so if that's something you're interested in, please go to the library research guides and look up our tutorial on creating an EBSCO account. And finally, you have the quotation marks, which are the citation button. So if you click on that, EBSCO will default to APA 7th edition, which is what all classes at Delaware Tech use, and you will see what the reference should look like on your reference page, and you can copy that to a clipboard and paste it into your document with the caution, the reminder that this is computer generated and it makes mistakes. So you'll want to double check and make sure that the citation is actually correct. If you wanted some help with that, let's go back to the EBSCO page. Here where it says links, this will give you links directly to some Delaware Tech library resources. So we have our library catalog. You can see the contact information and hours for each campus library. You can find our research guides. You can also find the Writing Center's APA Style Guide. So if you click on that, it will open a document that the Writing Center has prepared on everything you need to know about APA, and you can use that to double check the citation that EBSCO created. The final thing under links is the Ask a Librarian page. So if you click on that, it will take you to Ask a Librarian, where you can send us a question 24 hours a day, and we will get to it as soon as we can. We do not answer them 24 hours a day, but we answer pretty quickly. This is also great if you're looking through and you haven't clicked that full text button and you find an article where you only have the abstract, but it looks like it would be really good. If you fill this out with all of the information about that article, we can see if we can get it for you through Interlibrary Loan. So that is your introduction to searching EBSCO. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to come by your campus library and talk to your instructional librarian. We're always more than happy to help.